you do something well against a team like Oklahoma, that's a great tribute to your kids. Oklahoma does things the right way. We talked before the game that one of the things we had not done yet was to go on the road and beat a top 25 team, and certainly played hard. There's some mistakes that we made, but we challenged our kids. There's a long ramp out of the Lloyd Noble Center, similar to Hilton, and I said before the game, we need to play so hard mentally and physically, we're going to have to carry you up that ramp to get you on the bus. And it was pretty close for some of them. And a big win for our team, certainly to start the conference race out 2-0 with 2 road wins is a very nice thing.
Bill, what does it add to your team when you can get Jadda to score like she did yesterday?
You know, Jada's, that performance was amazing for anyone, let alone a freshman in her second Big 12 game. TCU, she was not very good. She'll be the first to tell. She got in foul trouble, was 0 for 3 from the field. And then yesterday, the ball ended up in her spot at the right time. You know, she made every open look, just played really well. And that's something from the very first day we had individual meetings was, Jadda, you know, you need to score for us to be a good team. And given the rule emphasis and enforcement of the rules with the hand checking, we felt she was another player that could get to the basket. She's a great free throw shooter, and her three-point percentage is really, really good now. So obviously a big part of our team, and certainly her performance yesterday might have been the deciding factor in the game.
You talked before about getting her to shoot more as kind of an ongoing process. How does yesterday help you with that when you say shoot more than she does that?
Well, I mean, that's why when we were walking out of the tunnel and going up to the bus, I said to Jay, I said, well, now you know you can make shots, and now you can't look at me like, why are you telling me to shoot? And that's just not in her DNA. She would rather pass and defer. Like I've said many times, I saw her play high school games where she shot the ball one time, and she could have scored 30 on anyone she played against. That's just not, it doesn't come natural to her, and we just keep doing it, and hopefully now it's not, you know, she's not going to get 29 points every night. She may never score 29 again, but she can't pass up shots that lead to something bad. And a lot of times, you know, shot selection is every coach talks about it, and sometimes passing up a shot is as selfish as taking a bad shot. So we've tried to get Jada to understand that concept, and you know, overall, I don't think anyone can fault the way she's played.
You said Oklahoma was kind of a measuring stick on where you are at this point of the season. Now with a 3-game home stretch coming up here, where do you assess where you're at with that coming up?
You know, I don't have any real complaints about what we're doing. Certainly, we're a team that you could look at our team. You know, you can't turn the ball over 22 times, but we did. We missed some free throws when we could have knocked them out. But our team competes, and you know, if you say, what's the one thing your team does every single night up to this point? We've played hard for 40 minutes, and yesterday for 45. And but you know, we've got to quit turning the ball over, especially the live ball turnovers. Oklahoma, you know, it's one thing to get called for traveling, they take the ball out of bounds, and then you go guard. There were 4 or 5 plays where we just said, here, you take the ball and go make a layup. And that's not smart. We got to get our kids out of those kind of plays. 4 of those 5 were probably bad play calls by me. We got to be smarter than that. But you know, it's a long season, but up to this point, it's hard to pick and choose what we're not doing well. But our kids understand. It's a group that gets it. You know, we're playing 6 players a lot, and luckily 3 of the 6 on a given night have shown up every single night, and that's allowed us to win. It'd be nice to get to 4 and 5, you know, but it's been fun. It'd be nice to get to where you can't, like Fred's team, you know, everybody on their team gets Conference Player of the Week because it's a new guy every game. It'd be nice if we get to that point. I don't know if we ever will, but it'd be fun to think about.
Bill, back to Jada, you've spoken numerous times about how earlier in the year you wanted her to shoot more, and you just did. Was there like a light coming on moment in practice or a game prior to yesterday where you think that, you know, she may have gotten that?
I don't know if there's one moment, but there's been a couple moments where she's passed up shots and there's been a lot of yelling and a lot of running, and you know, I've told her, you don't shoot when you're open, the whole team's going to run, or you know, something. Sometimes you do that. Sometimes you just got to explain to her why. And we tried to show her situations where she passed up a shot, she passed it to someone who's not as good a shooter, or we ended up making an extra pass that led to a turnover. And you know, I joke sort of that we want to shoot the ball before we throw it away. And she is a probably billboard for that saying for our team. She, you know, when she passes up an open shot, that's a mistake by her, and it puts us at risk. And she's starting to understand that. But when you're a freshman and you're playing with an All-American and 2 juniors that have played a lot, sometimes it's like, maybe I'm a little freshman, I better throw it over here. And, you know, she's got to learn, the people that are playing, there's no sign above your head that says freshman. You have a number and it says Iowa State. You got to go play. And the more she learns that, the better she'll be and the better team we can become, I think.